Hello all, this is Neil McGurk, Division Disaster Director for Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, and I'm going to do a quick briefing in advance of the External Relations exercise on Tuesday. So we've had a couple days worth of virtual exercise play, and I wanted to give you an update of where we currently are with the disaster scenario. So the disaster is a wildfire in Flagstaff. There are approximately 50 homes that have burned, with a further 500 that have been evacuated. Right now, the focus is currently on sheltering, feeding, coordinating with government officials, public affairs fundraising, and disaster assessment. And the situation is unstable and may expand. So as you come in on Tuesday, expect to get a briefing from some of the disaster individuals on what the current status is, what our current response posture is, but also expect it to be a very active day with unstable conditions and with further response activities. So a couple of expectations as it relates to the exercise. So this is really what you're walking in and are expected to be doing. We're really looking to see that you guys effectively integrate external relations personnel, so your fundraisers, your communicators, your executive directors, and all the disaster folks are working together to ensure effective coordination within this disaster response. You're also going to be receiving exercise injects, and so we're going to be looking and observing to see how you're responding to those exercise injects to make sure that you're communicating with one another effectively and addressing those issues head on. We're also working to establish and looking to see that you guys establish a battle rhythm, so your planning cycle, so that you have your standard command and general staff meetings, your tactics meetings, those types of things that are all outlined within the planning standards and procedures documents that are available from Disaster Cycle Services. We're also looking for you guys to create an incident action plan for Wednesday, a situation report, and complete the initial budget tool. So finally, some exercise reminders. The first one is don't fight the scenario. Obviously, this is a made-up event. We really don't have a fire that is burning in Flagstaff. And so understand that this is a scenario. There are going to be some artificialities that this may not be exactly how you would respond or how a fire would actually affect Flagstaff. Don't fight the scenario. Just go with it and try to do the best that you can with resolving some of the injects as they come up. Very important for this exercise is there is a simulation cell. The simulation cell will be run by individuals from the division, and the simulation cell will be playing all individuals outside of the room. So if you need to talk with a public official, with someone from the media, with a donor, you have to run those communications through the sim cell. So you can't directly contact anybody else. You also can't assume that someone would behave or act in a certain way just based off your relationship with them. If you need to activate a partner, if you need to talk with someone, you have to manage that through the simulation cell. So you have to coordinate all of that with the division people who will be in the room and who will be readily identifiable during the exercise. Please also remember this is a learning opportunity. We want to ensure that the intent of this exercise is really brought to fruition, which is better and increased coordination between disaster relief operations, executive directors, communicators, fundraisers, all folks within the regional team during a disaster. So that's the intent of this is a learning opportunity. So there will likely be challenges that will occur. Just work through that. Remember, you guys, everyone's on the same team, and take this for what it is, which is again a learning opportunity. Also, we do have some actual wildfire threat within Arizona, New Mexico, and El Paso on Tuesday. And so we may have to suspend the exercise due to actual wildfire events. And so I want to be very, very clear and ask that everyone during this event, if you do send email communications, please put exercise in the subject line so we don't have any confusion regarding real world events versus exercise a wildfire, since again we do have that an actual wildfire potential during the day of the exercise. So if an actual wildfire does occur that requires a response from the Red Cross, the division team will make a decision regarding the suspension of the exercise, and we will send a message out at that time. So again, please ensure that if you are sending email communications, you put exercise in the subject line. And also, if there is a real wildfire, please make sure you state that this is a real world event. in your subject matter. So again, people don't make an assumption that it's part of the exercise. So overall, these are some exercise reminders where we currently are within the disaster event and some things to remember going into tomorrow. But again, it's going to be a great learning opportunity. Thank you guys for participating, and we will see you tomorrow.